Let's do another quadratic equation. We need to solve this by factoring. And at the very beginning, we want to make sure our equation is set equal to 0. So I'm going to move everything over to meet my x squared term, just because I want my x squared term to stay positive when I'm factoring. So I'm going to have a positive 9x and then also a negative 5 on that left side. Now, from there, we make sure we don't have a GCF, and we do not. So I'm ready to factor. Now, unfortunately, your A value here is 2, so the factoring is going to be a little bit more difficult, okay? So I like to use slide and divide. So I'm going to go and write that down. And the way slide and divide works is, first of all, you want A to not be 1, and it's not, okay? So then you're going to take the 2, you're going to slide it over to negative 5. So once you do that, you're going to have x squared plus 9x minus 10. So how did that work? Well, when you're sliding it over, you're actually multiplying. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. So then from there, we're going to take our C value, which is negative 10. We're going to list all the factors of it. Now, when you're listing your factors, list them without the negative first, and then go back in and add your negatives. So 1 times 10, and then 2 times 5. Now, we are trying to make a positive 9 by adding, and then a negative 10 by multiplying. So if you look with 2 and 5, there's no way for us to make a positive 9 with those values. But we can make a positive 9 with 1 and 10. However, the 1 has to be negative. So then now we're ready to factor this. So again, x squared is going to be divided up among both groups. So we're going to have x, and then we have our factors of negative 1 and then positive 10. Now, we did slide. However, we also need to divide. So after you basically were barring the 2, now we need to give it back. So undo multiplication by using division. So I'm going to divide both of these values by 2. Now, once I do that, I'm going to have x minus 1 over 2, and then I'm going to have x plus 5. Now, these are the factors, and normally you would not see a fraction within your factors. However, these are not the solutions. So I can just leave this how it is and set each one equal to 0. So x minus 1/2 equal to 0. So that's going to be 1/2 once you solve. And then I can take x plus 5 and set that equal to 0. And that's going to give me a negative 5 once I solve. And then these are going to be your solutions. Remember to always go back and check your answer. And you can do that just by plugging it back into the original and making sure both sides are equal. And then that's it. If you haven't followed us already, make sure you follow us for more. We will see you next time.